Yo, yo, yo. Salute, salute, salute. Congratulations, everybody. Um, I want to thank everybody for joining us and stopping by, tuning in from wherever it is you may be, at work, at home with the family, on the road, on the go, whatever the case may be. I appreciate you guys stopping by and tuning in, to it to another great video. Some more valuable content that I'm gonna be putting out to the YouTube community. And always like to start the video with good vibes, good energy. If you're in here, click that like button, smash it, pause, everything. Appreciate it. Um, but yeah, we want to start with good energy and also celebrating everybody and congratulating the entire community on another amazing day, right? We finished off last week with a great decode on Friday that put us in an incredible position. Not only did we take advantage of a wonderful game with an amazing pre-game money line, but we were able to jump into the game uh, for a live in-game opportunity for a comeback price of plus almost 900, right? So what we decided to do after that game on Friday was take the weekend off, right? We want to reflect, celebrate on our wins, and not give it right back to the sports book, right? We're going to practice what we preach, but at the same time, because things are happening so often and every single day, oftentimes whenever you put like a good run together or a solid streak, you really don't even have the time to really reflect and appreciate kind of the things that you're doing and accomplishing, right? So that's why we decided to take a wonderful weekend off. I encourage people to spend time with their family, their loved ones, reflect, celebrate, chill out, kick your feet up, take a couple of days away from sports, and it was a great decision because there was some big money line favorites that got destroyed over the weekend, right? So looks like we probably saved people a bunch of money. And as we always say, a dollar saved is a dollar earned. And that's one of the great things and the unique parts about what I do and the community that I'm creating and how different I am from just the strategy and the approach I have to these games. And today is just another highlight of how unique and how vast the expertise is. Because for anybody that's been following me for a long period of time, they know that I focus on the three major sports in North America, which are NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball. Right now, we occasionally decode and attack NHL games, but it is a very rare occasion whenever I recommend NHL games. Right, so it just speaks really to the confidence, not only in the work, right, in the consistency, but just in my whole approach and the knowledge itself that this is, I believe, my second or my third NHL decode for the season. I believe it's my third, and we've won all three games, including tonight, thankfully. And I say that humbly, not to brag or anything like that, but I'm just saying, it's not really a big sample size, right? But this is our third NHL decode, and obviously we're perfect in the NHL, but because of today's NBA slate, which was really horrible, um, we decided to look at the NHL and get a play out for the NHL, and the work it crosses over amazingly, right, between NFL, MLB, NBA, and the NHL, and what I wanted to show you guys was that the knowledge, as long as it's being applied correctly, it can be applied not only in just the NHL, NFL, MLB, and NBA, but we've shown you in the UFC, college basketball. Other people do golf and soccer, right? So it's applicable in multiple different sports, and you know, thankfully we're really we have a ton of experience in applying the knowledge. We were able to just transition from taking a day off from the NBA, deciding to just attack these NHL games, right? Before we get into the game itself, I just want to highlight something that's become really obvious to me, and actually blatant at this point, right? But it's become really obvious to me that my content and my decodes and stuff like that, they are getting plagiarized and often taken, and posted up by by other people, and it's really really frustrating because I work extremely hard not only to provide great content to my members, but to keep it exclusive to the people in my community, right? And then you know it's really really besides being frustrating, it's really really annoying to see somebody else kind of plagiarize that content and you know you know gain credit off of it when really the work was put in by myself. So I just want to put that out there because I want you guys to really, really pay attention. Like, for example, today's decode was put out in the morning time, well in advance of the game, hours and hours way before the game in the morning time. And yeah, I just want you guys to be very observant and pay attention to some of the things that go on in this community. It's really, really funny and shady, but at the same time, we're going to continue to do what we've been doing, and that's focusing on us and you know, keeping these streaks alive, right? So what I want to highlight is besides being perfect on today, right? And again, when I say perfect, I'm not talking about a profitable day, meaning you win more games than you lose. I mean perfect across the board, right? Um, we decided to put out one game, okay, and we were perfect, right? So 20 out of the last 22 days, or 21 out of the last 23 days. I forget exactly which one it is, but 21 out of the last 23 days, I believe we're perfect on those days, right? So our current streak is 37-3 in our last 40 plays. None of those plays include large money line prices out of our range. None of those plays include horrible value games. All of those plays are extremely valuable, and multiple underdogs have great ROI, and it's put the community in a great position over the last, I say, obviously we're speaking about in between 2 to 3 years, but mainly the streak that we're currently on is over the last, I believe, around 50 days, which is really, really remarkable. So, what I want to speak about today, before we're going to get into the decode, it was really, really incredible. I love seeing things like what happened today, right? Because it makes some of the slogans that we promote that much more credible, right? So one slogan that I've been promoting recently is "Make observations matter," right? And the reason why that's important is because when people are applying the knowledge, right? I say apply and responsibly let it fly. That's another slogan that we say. But observations are very, very important. And my sharks and my veterans, the people that have been here for a really, really long time, they're really, opening the doors for such insane profit over the last 50 days because of these in-game live opportunities they've been able to take advantage of. And none of those wins are included in the current streak we're on, right? I could be double dipping and saying, you know what, we took advantage of today. We won the game pre-game, and then we also jumped in during the game as a live opportunity and took advantage of a great comeback price. I could count that in the streak if I want to be technical, right? But we're not even doing that because one thing we don't have to do is lie, exaggerate, or bullshit, right? We don't have to do that. That we're unlike any other community in that aspect, right? You got some people in the community that they'll recommend like a parlay, right? And let's say there's 4 teams in the parlay. So instead of that being like, let's say the parlay wins, instead of that being one win, the person will say that they won 4 games. They'll be like, oh, I won 4 games today, So they're kind of like inflating their streak and deceiving the people and potential clients, and that's just some of the things that people do. But it's really, really funny. We don't do that over here. We keep it 100. There's no reason to bullshit and lie about anything, right? So I just want to say that and get that out there for the community so you guys can really pay attention. Be really, really cautious about who you support, and don't stand for bullshit. I've been preaching this since I got in this in the community. The gematria community has to have standards, right? And we can't just let anybody in here. There's a lot of people that want to be members. There's a lot of not everybody can sit at the cool table. That's what I say. This isn't for everybody, right? So let's get into today and the amazing part about it, right? We had an amazing, incredible day, super profitable. unbelievably miraculous, and the way in which the game flowed is what made my community so much money today, right? So let's talk about it. I want to say congratulations and salute to everybody who decided to tail our pick today and the Washington Capitals to defeat the New York Islanders. Okay? Now, there's a couple different things I want to highlight, but usually when I do a decode, for all the new people that are coming across to work, I like to keep it to one or two numbers specifically, so that way we can connect it, and it's really really simple, and people can just make out the pattern for themselves without it being too complex, right? So we're gonna summarize the play for that matter. But for the new people here coming across the work, besides hitting that like button, what I speak about is gematria. Okay, and what that is basically it's a numerical code that is synced up with the English alphabet and language, right? Letters and words, and that's what I'm gonna be speaking about today. So, what we loved about this game tonight was what I'll speak about the big number, the one number, which was the number 33, right? So as you can see, the Washington Capitals picked up their 33rd win of the season. A big New York number, right? We always are constantly speaking about that number 33 in New York. It's really, really money. I call it the big bag number, especially, me being from New York. It's always been a number that I pay real close attention to. And Washington Capitals, this is just another example in the 33 riddle with New York, right? So Washington picked up their 33rd win of the season. Obviously, they played the New York Islanders. New York equals 33 in reverse full reduction, right? And also, this game was taking place in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. equals 137, which is the 33rd prime number, right? We're always speaking about prime numbers and their relationships, and they're some of the most important numbers, prime numbers. What makes them really, really unique is that prime numbers are only divisible by themselves and the number 1. So it makes them really, really important in numerology. And that's why we pay close attention to them. So Washington, D.C. has the 137-33 connection, just like the city of New York. And then if we take it even a step further, the coach of the Washington Capitals today, what we loved about his record, right, is it didn't update yet, but I just want to show you guys this, is he's currently sitting on 33 losses as the coach of the Washington Capitals. And we loved him staying on that number 33 today, right? He stayed on the number 33, and his team picked up the 33rd win of the season, while the New York Islanders, they picked up their 33rd loss of the overall for the season. See, they have 24 regulation wins, and they have 9 overtime losses. So 24 plus 9 is 33. So not only did they pick up their 33rd loss, the New York Islanders, the Capitals picked up the 33rd win while keeping the Washington Capitals coach on 33 losses versus the team from New York, right? Just to show you guys again. So just talking about one number 33 and how it connects to this amazing New York riddle for the Washington Capitals to defeat the New York Islanders, right? Now, just staying with that 33, if you watch the game, right? Now, prior to the game, when this pick was posted, it was posted in the morning. So the Washington Capitals were about a minus 150 money line favorite, still within the range that we love to attack, right? Without getting too irresponsible and idiotic. Minus 150. But even if you weren't in love with that price, right? Which I can understand, right? People have, everybody has a different strategy. Some people, 150 may be a little bit too high. But if you pay attention to the game flow, okay, when Washington was down 2-1 at home, all the momentum in the building kind of transferred to the New York Islanders, and what happened was the Capitals, they actually scored their second goal of the game in the second period, but it was nullified, right? And right directly after that, the New York Islanders took a 2-1 lead. So all the momentum was on the Islanders, and you were able to get the Washington Capitals at that point in the game trailing by 1 goal at plus $330 to come back and win the game. So again, the 33rd win, the 33rd loss, keeping the coach on 33 losses, and now just for a magical universe, right, bringing it full circle, universe is basically talking to my community directly, and some of the principles that I constantly are hammering to my community, they saw that 33 in the comeback price, right? The plus 330. In numerology, zero has no value, so they were plus 330. You were able to go in and attack that number, right? An amazing 3.3 return on your investment for a game that had a great riddle, right? And then to take it even a step further, we saw that at the end of regulation, the game was tied 3-3, right? So just another of further evidence that the number 33 was going to play, right? And how important it was for this specific game tonight. You were able to jump in at that point as well for another plus money to take advantage of the Washington Capitals at around a plus 170 to come back and win the game once the game was going to overtime, right? I believe the Washington Capitals they have a losing record in overtime this year. So, um, yeah, so at the end of regulation, the game was tied 3-3. You could have got them at plus 330, like number 33. 33rd win for Washington, 33rd loss for the Islanders, and the Washington coach could remain on 33 losses. For all of those things to line up and come out exactly like we predicted, with the number that we specifically highlighted prior to the game, everybody in my community was should have taken responsible advantage of all these opportunities that happen, right? And I constantly speak about that we don't gamble, right? We invest in great riddles and in great numbers, in strong numerical patterns, right? We treat the sports betting profession as like the like a sports stock market, right? Or like crypto or like forex, right? Taking advantage of opportunities or edges that we may see. And that's why I speak about making observations matter, because when you use your eyes, and not only that, you process the information and the content that I'm providing to you before the game, you're in a position to take advantage of these great lines. So you know what I'm saying? So in less than a 3 hour period, 90 minutes, you got over 3.5x on your money in some cases, which is remarkable, right? Which is insane. Some people they go a whole year and they can't get 3x return on their money, right? Depending on where you invest it. But we're doing that in less than a 3-4 hour period, which is again, needs to be highlighted, needs to be spoken about, it needs to be shared, it needs to be promoted. This example is just more, it's solid evidence of the work that we continue to put in constantly, right? And again, um, I don't want to sound redundant and repeating, certain things, but again, 37-3 in our last 40 plays. That's top tier. It's the greatest handicappers in the world hit around 56%, and that's the greatest handicappers in the world, right? And over the last 50 days, we've just been on a magical level, and I just want to say thank you to the people that continue to support me, promote me, keep it real, right? And help us get the word out, waking people up. Because the important thing to remember is that when I'm offering you guys this content, I can simply just give you the pick, right? I don't have to give you the excess content to be able to figure it out and do it for yourself, the bones and the outline on how I get to my conclusions, so you guys are able to do the work for yourself. I don't have to offer that. I can just offer and recommend picks, which is, what generally people do. But I'm giving you guys the knowledge and the basically the system, right? For a very, very reasonable price. So it's really funny to see, we're at the point where, because we've been so consistent and successful, it's like, people don't appreciate the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? And I prepare the community on a daily basis by reminding them of being responsible, that at some point you are going to take a loss, right? But you have to put yourself in a solid enough position to sustain some losses, right? Because there's no such thing as going perfect for the rest of your life. Minimizing those losses and always maximizing the times that you're profitable, right? The amount of money that you win when you win, we have to be super profitable on those days so that when we do incur a loss, it's manageable, right? So I say that to say, people really, really need to start appreciating not only me, myself, and the work that I put out and the consistent content, but just 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 be aware of how difficult it is to do exactly what we're doing. That's really what I want to say. So speaking a little bit more about this game too, and just to show you guys how insane the connection was, not only with the number 33. Now we'll get a little bit more complex. We'll speak about the number 76, and what I'm saying is, so the Washington Capitals picked up their 76th point of the season today, right? Their next game is February 17th, the 76th day of the year. Okay? And that's one of the reasons why we love this game too, is because we were like, okay, if they pick up their 76th point, their next game is on the 76th day of the year. Washington Capitals equals 76 in the purest cipher. We thought all of that lined up made even more sense for us to attack this game, right? Uh, and I practice exactly what I preach. And I'd never recommend a game that I don't feel comfortable, betting myself. And today was a really remarkable day because we not only attacked the game prior, but we went back in there for that plus 330, right? So salute, because as a community we took advantage of it, and you know I'm well aware of the responsibility that comes with putting out these games, and I'm well aware of the damage right now that we're currently doing, and just generally, right? Not too specific, because I don't really connect personally with every single member. I'm still meeting people, I'm still learning people, and so that's why we don't really have a detailed breakdown of the exact numbers that we're punishing these sports books, these casinos, these online sports books, blah 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 blah. But I'm meeting people on a daily basis. A lot of people are taking advantage of the consultations that I'm offering, and with that, these strategy calls that we're doing, and besides becoming more familiar with the members of my community, it's also giving us the chance to kind of go back and forth, collaborate, and see exactly why we apply the strategies we do. And there's a lot of information being passed, right? So these strategy calls, salute to the people that are taking advantage of them. They're very, very reasonable at this point. We're some of the probably the first platform to offer these strategy calls, and I know from firsthand knowledge that they've been very, very beneficial to the people that have been taking advantage of them, right? So again, salute to you guys. You guys know who you are. But yeah, just speaking about this 76, the Capitals picked up their 76th point going into their next game on the 76th day. Washington Capitals equals 76, and then the coach, right here, Peter Laviolette, just won his 706th game, right? So in numerology, 706 can be looked upon as number 76. Just going right back to that number 76. So all that lined up for us today and told us exactly what we needed to hear, what we needed to see, and that was the Washington Capitals were definitely gonna beat the New York Islanders, right? So congratulations once again. Salute, salute, salute. Not only an amazing pregame line, an incredible winner, another perfect day, but another great in-game live plus money opportunity for everybody who was paying attention, watching the game, and was able to jump in there and play that sports stock market and get over 3.5 to 1 return on your money. You know, which is that cannot be understated. It needs to be really emphasized because of the damage that we're doing when it comes to these games, and especially we're like sports stockbrokers. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing it on a pretty consistent basis. You know, if you watch the videos, you know exactly how many times we've been able to do this, and it's countless and countless times. It's wins that we're not even tallying up in the current streak that we're on, but that would make it even more insane and magical. Exactly what we're doing. But yeah, the 76 and the 33 were all on board for us today. We love this game. And, again, we don't normally attack the NHL, but we believe 100% in gematria. We know the system works. And I thought it would be a great example to show you guys how I can transition from just dominating the NBA and decide to, you know what, we're gonna take the day off because the NBA slate was just horrible, and we're gonna deviate to the NHL and still remain to be, still be successful, right? And again, more evidence of how important gematria is. It is the greatest tool when being applied correctly. So that's the main point of what we're doing. And just to remind the people and actually the haters, right? So sometimes I have people, new people that come across the work, and they're like Victor, where did you make your pick? I didn't understand what your pick was. Okay, so I don't understand how more clear I can be when the game says I have the team logo of the game that we're betting, and then directly under it I say Washington Capitals money line. There should be no confusion when I'm strictly straightforward and 100%. There's zero room for interpretation when I'm telling you exactly not only the team to bet, exactly how to bet it. So for those of you that are new here, what you need to do is inform yourself, right? Take it upon yourself to do the work, review previous videos, review previous content, get more familiar with the way in which I present the breakdowns. But at the end of the day, all you need to be able to do is read, and there should be zero confusion, right? So again, that's a small minority, right? For the most part, everybody's getting it, but we always get the one, the one. I don't want to say bozo, but the one person that, even though we spoon feed them the win, right? We spoon feed them the selection. They're still like, oh my, like I didn't see it, right? Okay, well, reading is very vital, so you have to be able to read. And just to take it, one step further as well, salute to Alex Ovechkin. I know he was plus money today to score in the game. And he also broke a record today. Alex Ovechkin passed Jaromir Jagr on the NHL's all-time career goal list. And he actually became third on the NHL's all-time list in career goals. He scored the third goal for the Washington Capitals in the third period, right? So just a bunch of threes there. But yeah, all those threes were on the board, and it's just funny the way in which the universe just is communicating with us right now with these numbers. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I want people to actually watch the content and watch the video. So before I get out of here though, I definitely want to say I appreciate everybody for joining us. Thank you very much. I'm gonna check in with the chat right now too and see if there's any additional observations or what's going on. Salute to Philip. I see you in the building. I am 369. Thank you for showing love. Lamonte, I see you. Appreciate those comments. Thank you. Doggin, I see you. Thank you for stopping by. Josh, appreciate you jumping over from Zach's stream. Thank you very much. Ozo says that he caught them pregame as well as plus 220 live. Salute to you, Ozo, and congratulations on taking advantage of that. DC, thank you for stopping by as well. Appreciate it. Let's see. Chris Sosa plus 210 easy money line. Thank you, Vic. You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Lee. Great work, Vic. I will also like to see some videos of when the pick didn't win. I think we all can learn a lot from the lost picks too, not just the winning picks. Well, here's the thing. If you're a member already of the Patreon, I don't need to make a video on why a specific game may have lost, right? Because included in the breakdown are potential reasons why the game cannot go our way, right? So the reasons why a game potentially may lose is already published for you in the content. So it makes no difference for me to make a video and basically just repeat what I've already put in the decode, right? So, salute. Lovda, appreciate you for stopping by. Congratulations. I will continue to share the knowledge. Definitely. Carl Strina, my fellow UK. Salute, salute, salute. Uh, my fellow UK. All right, appreciate that. It says we got a system with horse racing through numerology. Congratulations. Yeah, that's interesting. Penguins fan. Oh, okay. Appreciate you. Uh, no, Mr. Court, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not recommending taking the Capitals on the 17th. I was just showing people exactly why it made sense for them to go into their game on the 17th already on 76 points. So that point should have been clear. Uh, yeah, they definitely don't scroll all the way down to read the entire post. That's a fact. Breezy. Gematria for the win. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, we know that. Val, thank you for stopping by. Good night to all. And once again, as we love to say on this channel, man, Gematria at its finest. Easy as 1, 2, 3, man. Thank you guys for watching the video. Once the video goes up, please come by, drop some positive comments and feedback. And yeah, before we get out of here, right? What I do want to show you guys is oftentimes, because of the amount of success we have, right? What that often breeds, because it's not easy to be duplicated, right? So with success comes hatred, comes envy, comes jealousy. So instead of people promoting us and really highlighting what we've been able to do, right? We get met with like a lot of bozo and troll activity and people trying to downplay exactly what we're doing when we're fully aware of the amount just the impact that we've had on the gematria community, right? On the sports betting community. There's no reason to downplay that, and I don't have to, right? But what I always love to do is I always love to show the feedback from the community. So again, this game was just wrapped up about 2 hours ago or whatever, and this is just some of the feedback that I've received from the community. I want you guys to see it, because not everybody checks the community section on my YouTube, and so I'll just highlight it, right? And what I want to say really is, there's no need for me to ever lie, exaggerate, or bullshit like these other people out here, right? They inflate their wins, they deceive people with fraudulent win streaks, and they recommend large money line games just basically to pad wins on top of each other and make it look like they're way more successful than they actually are, right? Any sports bettor will know that regardless of the amount of games that you say you may have won, if you're recommending large money lines, then it's not profitable, right? And what's more important than your actual record is the profitability, right? Your return on your investment. So that's what you guys need to be aware of, right? So what I said was there's no need for me to ever lie, exaggerate, or bullshit like these other people out here. They know exactly who they are. Our streaks are unmatched by anyone. These are just some of the messages that are recently coming in over the last half hour. We got Chinese eyes, salute to you. He said, put up the gold emoji. Enough said, right? He doesn't have to say anymore. He's giving us, he's giving us our credit, right? So salute to you. Then we got my guy Love to basically just put this up on Twitter. He said, hit them down 2-1. He's definitely using the responsible strategy that we've been promoting about attacking these games, attacking great riddles and great numerical patterns with these plus money live opportunities, right? Salute to you. Always love to see that. NBA, NHL, NFL, all sports, Vic is the GOAT, right? Salute to you. I appreciate that comment and that feedback. Okay? Yazur, I appreciate it. They were plus 330 to come back to go with the number 33 as well, right? So this is somebody who's doing exactly what we're saying, and that's make observations matter again, right? So salute to you. And then we got my one of the other supporters in the community, Coach K, I call him. He says, appreciate you, Mr. Futures. Great hit, great ROI, plus 210, live down 2-1 comeback. And basically just posted his ticket, put us in the post so we are able to see it. But this is what I'm speaking about, man. People that are really benefiting from the work. And I don't have to make up things, right? I'm letting the community speak for itself. I'm letting the work speak for itself. And I'm speaking from a humble position, right? But I'm always promoting positivity, but it's just, it's, again, the aspect in the profession of what I do oftentimes a big part of it is negativity, right? Because you get a lot of hatred, you got a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. Whenever people do lose, obviously they're very emotional about it and stuff like that. So there tends to be like a big negative, you know, aspect of the sports betting world. But again, because we've been able to be so consistent and successful, that's not really a problem in our community. But every now and then we get the occasional person, that just wants to be a troll and spew some, some garbage or whatever. But yeah, I'm showing you guys this to just let you know that this is the community speaking, right? This is my members talking about how they're benefiting from what we're doing, right? And obviously I can't put all of the messages in here, so I just put the select few. I try to switch it up and give everybody, basically shout outs because I want to encourage people giving us great feedback while also keeping it 100 and and sharing the work, right? So that's what I like to give the shout outs and show people that I appreciate the positive feedback in the comments, right? So this is my community speaking, right? This is testimonials, right? For all the doubters, for all the haters, for all the people that say we make things up. Look, man, all you got to do is come to my community section, go to my Twitter, and you'll see you'll see all the evidence you need on top of the YouTube content that I provide for free. So on that note, I will say, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your week, take care of yourselves, continue to support those people and love those who genuinely support and love you, and pay attention to who you do decide to support. Be aware of not only what they say, but what they do, how they carry themselves, and that's a very important part of life, right? And also be accountable for your own actions. That is part of being a grown up, and also a part of life as well. So, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. Have a great night. For those of you not aware, my name is Victor, and yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time with hopefully another amazing video. So salute. Don't forget to click that like button, please. Have a great one.